Welcome back, guys, to another episode of M&M Time with Nathaniel and Matt. Today we're going to be discussing the top 10 ways to torture someone. Say hi, Matt.
Hello.
Hello, that's Matt. So there we go. First, number 10, coming in number 10, is the Glasgow Smile. And that involves cutting the edges of your mouth up to your ears. Wow. Then coming in at number 9 is neck lacing. The idea consists of placing a tire filled with gasoline over the offender's head and setting it alight. Man, would you want that, Matt?
No.
No, I don't think so. Then coming in at number 8, the wheel torture. This is where your limbs are strapped to some spokes, and the wheel turns very slowly through openings and spokes, and then your limbs are hit with an iron hammer by some person. Man, that is crazy. And then this hammer breaks your bones, and then once your bones are broken, they are left to be nibbled away by the cute little birdies waiting in the trees. That's pretty gruesome stuff right there. So basically, your limbs just get pulled and hammered to death. That's crazy. Then, this next one, a good and old one, is filleting. Number 7 coming out of filleting. Yep, filleting. Well, I think everyone knows what filleting is. It's when it's done when people tie people's hands up to their head, over their head, and then people just cut off the skin with a knife, starting with your face and working your way down.
Yeah.
Okay, Matthew, you're next.
Alright, number 6 is coffin torture. They put you in a metal coffin and they hang you from a tree. You have to wait. You're pretty much waiting to be pecked to death by birds in this giant coffin.
Sweet.
Number 5 is the rack. The victim's laid on this rack with his wrists tied up above his head on a table. His feet are chained to the other end. While interrogating the people who were torturing, tight into the tension, resulting in broken bones. You could hear the sounds of the ligaments snapping and eventually ripped your limbs off your body. Number 4 is the rat. It's the idea of a victim being tied up. It is not able to prevent the most awful thing that he will ever see. A rat is placed upon his stomach, covered by a metal container. Luckily for both the rat and the victim, heat in the container is raised. To that, the rat will have to burrow out through your stomach, and when it travels, your intestines will in a desperate attempt at escape.
Gruesome.
Number 3 is the Chinese water torture, and if you haven't heard of the Chinese water torture, it's basically they would drop little droplets of water on your forehead, and eventually, after time, it'll make you go insane. Number 2 is the forced ingestion. A tube is forced down the throat, forcing them to take in large amounts of water in a short amount of time. At a glance, this may not seem as bad as the other torture methods, but drinking too much water can result in water intoxication. Water intoxication encompasses muscle weakness, cramping, nausea, and vomiting. Eventually, cells in the brain will swell, resulting in seizures, comas, brain damage, and death.
And then coming in at number 1 is the head crusher. And this is when your basically chin is placed on a bottom bar and you're under a cap. And then basically the torturer turns a screw and pushing the cap down, and you are basically head crushed. That's crazy. Well, that wraps us the video up today. We'll see you next time. This is Nathaniel, and that's Matt. Thank you very much.